Yo, what up, guys? Beside you here, we finally have some concrete information to share with you regarding this collaboration between Raid, Shadow Legends, and Asgard Divide. And in this video, I want to take a look at all the information they've provided us. This is not teasers, this is not just tips and hints. No, this is everything you need to know. The first thing is you're getting one legendary for free as part of a 14-day login. This is not a 7-day login. 14-day login reward. You get Loki, and I'll be taking a look at his skills, abilities, and all that they've showed us right now in this video. All right, how do you get the other 3 legendaries that are coming up part of it? And one is going to be a boss which you can also fight as part of a new dungeon that will also be created for this promotion. Awesome, right? All right, let's take a look at all the information, and hopefully I don't miss out on anything. So I'll be looking over to the information right here. I don't want to put it on screen, but the first thing is that from the 21st of August all the way to the 22nd of November, that's how long this promotion is running. And within that time, if you log in for 14 days, you'll be able to get one legendary, Loki. That's the one that is guaranteed to be for free. Others that are coming along with him, which we'll see in game also, is Thor, Odin, and Freya. They'll be turned into raid champions, complete with their own lore, and to place them naturally within the world of Teleria. So they'll not just be standing alone bringing in their old story, they'll tie in with champions we already have in the game. All right, the next information that you should be aware of is that it's a 14 days login loyalty program, and all the other champions will be released through other in-game events and activities. Is it a champion chase? Is it a hero spot? Whatever in-game activities that we'll already participate in, that's how the other champions will most likely be released to us. Is it a 15x chance? Using a guaranteed void event with those information has not been released yet, but whatever the case might be, when it's out in the game, you'll see how you can obtain them. Most likely will not be for free and won't be easy. The only one you're getting for free is Loki. The others might be other events and activities to get them, right? The champions will be available to be acquired during and after the event activation. So it's not one of these ones that once the event ends, the champions, you can no longer get them. Once acquired, champions stay in game permanently. So that's quite important also, because I remember the Blade Master promotions, whenever the promotion ended, we are not able to acquire those champions anymore. So this seems like champions will be available to acquire during and after the event activation. So I'm thinking even after November, maybe we can still pull this champion from shards. Maybe that's what it means. It doesn't say that specifically, but I think that's what it means. Somebody can correct me maybe when we see them in the game. The few things we have to know about these champions before we even take a look at their skills is that this is the father, right? Odin, Fae father. He will be a legendary champion, void affinity, and his role will be a support role, right? That's his character design right here. And yes, he will be a boss in the game, in the new dungeon, which I'll also take a look at. The next one is gonna be Freya Fate Weaver. She is from the Barbarians faction. Well, they are all from the Barbarians faction, and she's also legendary force affinity. Her role will be defense, right? And then the next one is Thor himself. He doesn't look like Thor though from the face. He looks like an older man. But Thor Fae Hammer will also be Barbarian legendary magic affinity, damage based on attack. And finally, the MVP that we are all getting for free, Loki himself. Loki the Deceiver will be Barbarian legendary spirit affinity support role, and I'll take a look at his skills for sure. So those are the champions we're expecting, and that's what all their character designs look like. And then the 14-day royalty program to get Loki. This champion could be claimed on day 7. Day 7 he's going to be claimed. I'll put this screenshot on the screen right now, and to show you that it's actually day 7 you get him, but the loyalty program is running it all the way to day 14. That means you have other rewards, and at the end of day 14 you get a 2-star. Is that a 2-star? Yeah, a 2-star blessing, perfect soul, a 2-star perfect soul for Loki. That's what you get for 14 days. But in the 7th day you get the legendary champion himself, while the 14th day you get the 2-star perfect soul, right? So like I said, 21st of August, it ends 24th of October, then the activation totally is 22nd of November. That's about the royalty program. So if you share, after you get him, if you make some share on your social media accounts, you get some extra rewards also when you obtain this champion. All right, it's time for me to switch over and take a look at his skills, because that's what everybody is interested in. And at the end, I'll talk about the boss, the new dungeon content, right? that will also be seen where the Odin is going to be a boss. All right, these are his skills. Then let me zoom in a little bit to the skills and see what they are all about. His A1 is an AoE that attacks all enemies, 30% chance of increasing the duration of all enemies debuffs by 1 turn. AoE increases the enemy's debuff booked up to a 50% chance of increasing the duration of their debuffs. It's a good one. It's not a useless AoE. And if this champion is under Veil or Perfect Veil, the chance increased by 50%. So it's basically a 100% chance of increasing the duration of enemies debuffs. There's not a lot of places where you want to increase the duration of enemies debuffs. I'm just thinking of a few places, maybe Hydra, maybe Clan Boss, maybe dungeon content in general. But debuffs increasing duration is not the most important skill, but it's not the most useless one on an A1 either. So it's definitely a useful A1. And then for the A2, Deceiver's Gambit is on a 3-turn cooldown when you spend books on it, 3 books, easy to book, I guess. And then this A2 will select a target. If the target is an enemy, has a 75% chance of placing block active skills debuff and a block buff debuff. Single target for 2 turns. If the champion using this skill is under Veil or Perfect Veil, also applies debuff spread effect, taking 2 random debuffs from the target and place it in all enemies. Is it gonna move the block active skills and the block buff debuff to all enemies? That's what it feels like if he is under Veil or Perfect Veil. I mean, he's a deceiver, so it just makes sense to him to be doing things under Veil or Perfect Veil, right? It goes in line with his character, right? If the target is an ally or this champion, heals them by 50%. So you can target yourself, you can target the enemy with this skill. So it's a choice of yours. It's either you want to put it on the enemies or you want to do it on yourself. Heals them by 50% chance of this champion's max HP. Heals based on his own max HP. It's 1 target heal though, and places a veil or places a perfect veil buff on them for 2 turns. If this champion is under veil or perfect veil buff, also applies the buff spread effect, taking a random buff from a target and placing it on all allies. So it's very conditional on him getting Veil or Perfect Veil. I hope he brings his own Veil or Perfect Veil. I hope he doesn't rely on somebody else to place it. That brings us to the A3 Bandage Flash that has a 75% chance of stealing all buffs from a target enemy and a 100% of their turn meter. This effect cannot be resisted if this champion is also Veil or Perfect Veil again. So conditional, but it's a good one. So he doesn't need accuracy. He does need accuracy for the A1, but for this A2, this A3 doesn't need accuracy if he's under Veil or Perfect Veil. It cannot be resisted. If the target's turn meter was not stolen, fills this champion's turn meter, fills the turn meter of all allies by 15% instead. So you have a choice whether you want to fill your turn meter or you want to steal buffs from the enemies. That's a choice. That's a good choice. Also places 50% increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns to make him the actual support unit that he is, I guess. So that's on a 4-turn cooldown. That's not the best A3. I think I prefer the A2 than the A3. And then on a passive that is on a 4-turn cooldown, damn, it better be a good passive if it's on a 4-turn cooldown. It has an active version though. It places a perfect veil buff on this champion for 2 turns at the start of each round. And that's what we want to hear. So it's not one of those passive that has no cooldown that makes him always have perfect veil. No, there will be at least 2 turns where he doesn't have it after he falls off. So also places perfect veil on this champion for 1 turn whenever their HP drops below 50%. That's another condition that can be met if he gets hit too hard and he just goes on veil. Deceiver also. 50% chance to evade an enemy's skill and all his accompanying effect if this champion is under. Wow, they really made this champion according to his design. It goes up to a 30% chance to evade if he's under veil or perfect veil. I like this. So it basically feel like one of those skills from Sepulchre Sentinel that blocks all incoming damage. Basically feels that way, but this one is just totally evade everything and all the effects. Damn, if this champion's HP is below 50% when targeted by an enemy skill, has a 100% chance to evade that skill and all these accompanying effects. This guaranteed evade then goes on cooldown 4-turn cooldown. I feel like his passive is even more important than all his A1, A2, and A3. From what I'm seeing right here, he has an aura of increased accuracy in all battles by 60. Damn. Loki the Deceiver is gonna be almost like an Amans. I have to make that comparison because he's doing a lot. He's doing a support ability, and you can think of a lot of places where this can be used, where this can come in handy. Of course, the block active skills and the block buff debuffs is not the most important thing in some content, but I guess they can find some content where it can be used. It's not important against bosses, that's what I mean. Yeah, I guess we can find use for this champion when we find him in game. Let me know in the comments, what do you think this champion belongs? I feel like he's more of a PvE champion than a PvP, but because of his passive, it's looking like he's built for PvP to evade. Damn. All right, I think that's the next information. The last piece of information that was released as part of this promotional program is gonna be this new dungeon, is event dungeon, where this will be the boss, and of course that's Odin, the Fae Father. Odin, yeah. So he's gonna be in that new dungeon boss, and let me see what they have to say about it. That information. They say the event dungeon is a brand new in-game mechanic aiming at diversifying the player's gaming experience during the event. So I feel like after the event, it will end. The event dungeon will be available only during the Asgard Divide campaign, with Odin Fae Father as the dungeon boss. This almost makes a lot of people want to obtain this champion. Remember, he's void affinity, so will it be a guaranteed void champion? Or how will I give this champion to us? I'm thinking, how can I get this champion? I don't know his skills. I just feel like since he's the boss, he better be good. We'll see his skills soon when they are finally released in the game. They say it features 30 stages, normal difficulty stages, just like a dungeon, right? With difficulty rising with each stage. There will be no waves, only boss battle. But beware, as Odin Father won't be alone, but joined by mighty warriors unique for stage of the dungeon. So as he's right here standing alone, there will be other warriors that will be joining him in this stage. So we won't need to fight wave 1, wave 2, and then boss stage. We'll just go straight to the boss stage with other champions with him. Maybe 2 side arts, maybe 3. I don't know. Maybe they'll just put 4 champions in front of him that we'll have to beat first before we can beat him. We'll see it when it's finally released in game, but this is what it will look like. They said the event dungeon will be available to players from level 6 or higher, and it will start 21st of August and it end 24th August. So after 24th, that event dungeon might just disappear out of the game till maybe the next time when they need it again. So it's not an entirely new dungeon. And what will be the reward for fighting this new boss? We don't know yet. It has not been released to us. Is it books? Is it no information about that yet? Hopefully it will be worth it. So yeah, that's all the information they released about this new content, this collaboration with Raid Shadow Legends and Asgard Divide. I just had to break it down line by line accordingly as it was released, so I don't make any mistakes, right? Hopefully this was insightful. Let me know which one is the most exciting part of this entire thing that you found useful, and I can look forward to getting this new Void Legendary Champion. I'm saving my voice shots. Let me see how they'll release it out into the game. As for Loki, he's gonna be free. We all get him in 7 days, and in the 14th day you get the 2-star perfect soul for him. We got Freya, Fate Weaver, and we also have Thor, Fae Hammer. He better hit hard because Thor is supposed to use his hammer and decimate everything. So he better live up to his name of being Thor. I mean, the father can do whatever, but we look forward to him being the most hard-hitting champion in Raid Shadow Legends overall. Anyways, let me know if I hype it too much until we see this champion in the game. We know their multipliers. So good luck to all of you. Now that you know the event time, make sure you log in for 7 days and get your free Loki. Whether you're starting raid for the first time, this is your opportunity to start strong with a new legendary champion like this one for free for logging in 7 days. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one when more information is released about this content. I just wanted to hop on here and share what we have so far. Concrete information right now, not just speculations. Later, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily raid content. See you guys in the next one.